Some people might suggest, that this is simply a ticking time bomb for the former cable TV actress Meghan Markle and, of course, the one-time royal Prince Harry. As ever, let me explain. Morning, how are you? Nice to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll have a wave. You're right. Nice to see you. Thank you, by the way, as ever, for your lovely comments yesterday. It's always nice to hear from you, and I'm glad you enjoy our chats. I think it's important. As I said, for everybody out there, some people, don't see anybody all day, apart from me, apparently. I know. I do feel for you, but it's always nice to have your company. I know a lot of people say the same thing to me, O'Neill, you're so busy and all that sort of stuff. You are, but have you noticed now in this climate that we're in, less and less time people give you, don't they? I noticed this the other day. I was at a till, supermarket till, and the girl had a headset on, totally ignoring me completely, and it was something like, say, £3.15. And I said, oh, just a moment, I've got the 15 pence. She totally ignored me, gave me the money back, and I said, no, I had the 15. Well, I've done this now. I said, well, if you'd have been listening, you'd have known that I'd have spoken to you. And I just thought, this is the world we're now living in. They can't even acknowledge you as a customer when you're standing there. And I feel for people genuinely who perhaps went to the shops or somewhere like that just for a bit of connection, a bit of company. It's tricky, isn't it? I know. I love to know your thoughts. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. This truly is a ticking time bomb for Meghan Markle. We told you yesterday how basically Meghan, there can only be one queen at Archwell, despite a few being there, let me tell you. But the bottom line is, you see, Meghan and Harry run that whole operation, some suggest, and as ever we have to say allegedly, rather ruthlessly. You see, there are two numbskulls really who are trying to make television programs. But and I've worked in this game a lot, when you work with people who have no idea but have been given the power, the problem that you have is that you have to step around, as they say, on eggshells, saying, oh yeah, not a bad idea, but have you thought of this? Well, apparently working with Meghan and Harry, that's not the case. You're not really allowed to have an idea. And any great idea that you may submit suddenly, as I say, re-emerges as an idea from the twosome. Now, some might suggest, well, Pearl wasn't a good idea. The Business Show wasn't a good idea. Heart of Invictus didn't really rate. So, you could say, well, really, how clever are the people around them? Let me tell you, there's some very talented people that they've been able to secure on board at a costly expense. And now many of them, of course, are looking for jobs or have found new jobs. But as two of them have told me, the bottom line is that people are interested to interview you to see how that operated. But very few actually result in jobs in the world that they wanted to work in, film and television. So you can understand the frustration. But you see now, and this is the bigger problem truly for Meghan and Harry, they don't care about their NDAs. They're fighting a cost of living crisis. And the bottom line is, if they've got proof, and many have got recordings and pictures of that operation, allegedly, then if they went after them, so what? It's their story. And I will suspect that in the next couple of months, as Archwell stumbles onto more disaster, despite what Meghan says about being a plethora of several projects on the go at that red carpet, people are going to come out fighting. We've already had a producer basically saying that Meghan, her idea was stolen from her, if you remember, with Spotify. So they're not afraid to come out and say their piece. And really, if Harry and Meghan had been very clever, they could have built a very successful brand, a very successful TV operation. But seemingly, as I said at the start of this, they have no idea what they're doing. And even when people around them do, they're not taking any notice. It's a reoccurring theme, right? But for now, truly, it's a ticking time bomb, and one that they won't be able to escape from, truly. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.